It's like the flu, but for your heart. Hi little nerds, it's Mother Glover, and today we're going to talk about homesickness. Perhaps you've been away at university or college for a while, or you're just on your own in your first apartment. Either way, you're alone. Homesickness is not just for kids at summer camp, mostly because you're away from anything or anyone that's familiar to you, and that can be really hard. Chances are the people around you are just as homesick as you, but no one is saying anything because you're supposed to be an adult. Basically, if you actually were to ask people, are you homesick? They might be, yes. Story time. Here's the story that I'm going to tell you to hopefully kind of give you some perspective about homelessness. Oh my God. Story time. Here's a little story I'm going to tell you about homesickness in my university experience. This wasn't even first year in university. This was fourth year, and I was living in a house with 4 other people, and one of those people had a girlfriend, and her name was Alk. And Alk was super funny and super, cute. She's awesome. And this one time I'm procrastinating up in the kitchen. I, of course, had an essay or was supposed to be studying for exams or something. Either way, I was not, and I was baking. And I hear her come up the stairs, and she just sort of stands beside me quietly. So I say, hey, how's it going? She's like, it's okay. I'm just going to hang out here. Is that okay with you? I'm like, okay. So I'm continuing making my stuff. I think I was making a bread or something. I don't know. And then I can feel her getting progressively closer to me, and the next thing I know, she's like just pressed up, like she's tiny little thing, she's little body is pressed up on the side of me, and I'm like, how's it going, Alex? What's going on? And she says, I used to hang out in the kitchen with my mom when and she would bake, right? And I was like, okay. And I was like, she goes, do you mind if I just stay here and watch you bake? And I'm like, I'm okay with that. That's fine. And so I continued baking, doing the thing. And then a couple minutes later, she says, can I just have some of that dough? And I said, well, the dough is raw. Like, are you sure? She goes, yeah, my mom would give me some and I would kind of suck on it and just sit there. And I was like, okay. So I gave her a little bit and no big deal. And so she's pressed up beside me, sucking on the dough. Okay. Like just hanging out. And she's like, that was really cool. And she had a good time. So the thing is that if you're still homesick at 23, you're definitely going to be homesick at 17 or 18 or pretty much any time in your life when you're just away from everybody and by yourself. And I guarantee you there are others in that same situation. So if you just say that you are lonely and you want someone to talk to you, or you just be like, I really miss my stuff. I really miss my dog. I really miss my parents, to some degree. But you'll be surprised at how many people come forward and actually, share their stories too. So if you are homesick, do not worry. Okay, there are others who are around you the same way. By all means, ask them to come hang out and commiserate. Okay, until next time, see you later.